It won't affect nothing. 3, 2, 1. The music is pumping, Southwest Florida. The music is pumping. We're here at Gloves, Not Guns, boxing gloves, that is. And we've identified a police officer right here making a difference. This will be Lieutenant Vaughn from the Lee County Sheriff Department. A lieutenant. I interviewed him back in 2005. It's over 10 years later, and we meet again at something positive. The youth right here at the Stars Complex in Dunbar. Boxing is going on. It's sanctioned amateur boxing. 13 matches have taken place. We're around match 12 in our background. I want to be a big shout out to Watson's, or Watson Moving Company, who's directing the show. Let's get to talk to Lieutenant Vaughn. Lieutenant Vaughn, man, good to see you again, man.
Lee, it's good to see you. I just want to say on behalf of Sheriff Mike Scott and Lee County Sheriff's Office, we are honored to be here at the Stars Complex. The Sheriff's Office, as this is the second time we backed this program, and coming out here, being involved in the community, and just being seen and just interacting with the athletes out here. I mean, these boxers out here are tenacious.
That's great, man. Now, when you're moving around here, I see when you walked in here, man, people were calling you over, you were shaking hands. It's almost like you know everybody.
Well, I'm a volunteer swim coach over at Dunbar High School, so I want to give a shout out to the Tigers. Myself, along with Coach Kim Freeze and Coach Brian Winter and Coach Gene Epps, work with the swim program, and we have our home meets here. So, Lee, you need to come over here and watch the meet sometime. I think you'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll come over there and check out what you guys are doing and maybe give a few pointers. A fellow swim coach, we don't get those on Leap Is Live too often. Boxing, the sweet science. Kids are going in, they're competing, some adults are competing, and right afterwards we see them hugging and talking. Talk about that, the respect, and what that adds to our community.
Well, Lee, what it does with boxing, because I used to box a long time ago when I was their age, and it's about sportsmanship, as you said. I mean, we're both former athletes, and when they're going out there, and it is the sweet science, there's a lot of smarts to it, but at the end of the day, they come out, they shake hands, tap gloves, job well done. Win, lose, or draw, it just brings good sportsmanship, and it brings the community together on a positive note for a change.
Absolutely. Now, we see you walking around here in the Stars Complex right now, uniformed up, mingling with the people. In the past, I didn't see green uniforms walking around in the city like I'm seeing now. Talk about that partnership and how it's working out.
Well, it goes back to being a volunteer swim coach over at Dunbar High School and working with Miss Anselin and Mr. Keith over here at the Stars Complex. We got to communicate, and you know this better than I do. Talking to each other. How can we work with each other? Whether it's a green uniform, whether it's a blue uniform, the community must see us in a positive light. We want them to see us in a positive light in spite of what's been going on across the country with all these unfortunate incidents. Again, Lee, you know this as well as I do. So that's the purpose of it, just interacting.
Now, when you look at our youth today compared to, say, 10, 15 years ago, what are some standout differences you're seeing, if any, in terms of maybe decline in values or anything like that, if you see that?
Well, there's pluses and minuses. The pluses are there are a lot of kids out there, young people that want to interact with law enforcement. They come up to me. There's a day hasn't gone by where I have a young person say, "Thank you for your service." Just out here at this boxing tournament, a father with his 2 small children had him come over here and shake my hand and give me high fives. These are small kids. They're like 8 and 9 years old. And unfortunately, the negative side of this will have some, you have a lot of young people that are dealing with some certain demons at home, and they're trying to work through it. And unfortunately, they're going about it the wrong way. So we're doing what we can to point them in the right direction.
When we think about the Lee County Sheriff Department in general, what do you want to come to mind?
When you think of the Lee County Sheriff's Office, we want them to come to mind that we are here to help you. We are the good guys. We stand between decent society and those evils of the world. When people see the Lee County Sheriff's Office, they want to think that, hey, they are here to help us, not hurt us.
when we see
fighters this evening.
certain amount of crime that occurs in certain communities or certain times by certain people, is it fair to say that those are specific small groups of people who are causing a lot of the mishap in the community, and in general, most people are good people, law-abiding citizens?
The vast majority of people in Lee County are law-abiding citizens. Yes, you're going to have a certain group of individuals that will commit these crimes or paint an entire community with a broad brush. That's not fair to that community. This community, whether it be the Dunbar community, whether it's East Fort Myers, North Fort Myers, regardless of where it is, you have certain individuals that try to make the entire community look bad, and that's not fair, because you have citizens out there, they work hard. They want to move up in life. They want to do well for their families. So yes, I certainly agree. There are certain people out there that are painting a broad brush for Lee County as a whole.
Okay. Final question. Employment opportunities with Lee County Sheriff's Office. I think I'm getting it right this time. Are there employment opportunities there?
Absolutely. Only you just come to the Lee County Sheriff's Office over on 6 Mile Cypress Parkway, come to Human Resources and put in an application, whether it be law enforcement, whether it be corrections, whether it be on the civilian side. You don't have to necessarily go into law enforcement. You can be a civilian, apply as a clerk or 911 operator. Whatever you feel your niche is in life, there's always opportunity. It's just a matter of you taking it.
You heard it right here. Lieutenant Vaughn, we meet again after about 10 years, fellow swimming instructor, volunteer, man on the street, walking around, touching hands, shaking babies, kissing babies, shaking hands, and making a difference in our community. He came out tonight. He has spent time here. He doesn't look like he's in a hurry. He's enjoying watching some positive things taking place with our youth. Thanks for joining us on Leapers Live.
Thank you, Lee. Good to see you again, sir.
And we'll be right back. There you go, bye.